Next, we're going to talk about a person that my wife knows I have a man crush on. I have from the minute I met him, and it's never wavered. I'm happily married for 32 years. I'm going to stay that way. I have a man crush. And one of them is Bill Marshall. Bringing old school discipline that is essential to the development of young men while nurturing through all of the challenges that a high school student may bring to the team requires a rare combination of strength and flexibility that I have watched Bill Marshall deploy consistently for years. Rare air was my quote. I've watched Bill almost as long as his business has been alive. I watched him step into his position, own it, develop it, refine it, adjust it, rebuild it, maintain it, practice it, preach it, and walk the walk hundreds of times since then. I've heard dozens of conversations between him and his players, before the game, after the game, and a couple of colorful ones during the game. To do that with the volume of kids he's working with, the fact that they turn over every year, they're in the most rapid and unstable emotional development of their lives. They have hundreds of distractions that pull them from what they need to be doing. And he doesn't have them just showing up. He has them shouting day after day after day. And there's no pandering to keep them happy or needless attaboys given for doing a good job. Bill's presenting information to young adults in what I would describe, others might not, as a clear, direct, candid, forceful, and no punches pulled way. The kind of direction that most of us as adults couldn't handle if we were given by our boss. But he delivers it to 15, 16, 17, and 18-year-olds every day. We're all paid to do a job, most of us are, and we wilt if we work for Bill Marshall. Those kids are all better off because they don't wilt when they're working for Bill Marshall. Imagine the impact, and this is what I told his mom, imagine the impact he has when he sends off seniors every year fully capable of making decisions under extreme pressure, following routines religiously, showing dedication through adversity when your will, your spirit, your energy, and your attitude are all challenged, as well as the ability to, as an adult, as a young man that's turning into an adult, they can hear straight talk and understand it as guidance, and then show up the next day and willingly ask for more, coach. It's astounding, really, when you think mathematically. I'm a math and science guy. When you think about the logic of why would a JV player, let's say one who doesn't play very often, why would a JV player work day after day in every single condition and listen to coaches that are telling him everything he's not doing right in order for him to succeed, and then come back every day, ask for more, and they may not ever get to play, or hardly ever get to play it. Put ourselves in that situation. How many of us could step up to do that? He's getting 15 to 18-year-olds to do it, dozens at a time, new ones every year. I want you to join me in giving a rousing voice of support for the values that Bill Marshall uses every single day that his mom taught him. And as she says, she beat into him, I think is her word, or beat him over the head with it. But I'll tell you, it stuck. And there's hundreds of men in Valparaiso, young men in Valparaiso, that over his time has benefited because you beat him over the head with it. So thank you, Bill Marshall.
Two real quick things. The man crush is mutual. Sorry, Elena. So you're And secondly, my mom definitely was the disciplinarian, all 5'3" of her over there. So please give her a round of applause. And humbled to be here, also to be recognized along with the amazing people that Chris is and will continue to go ahead and recognize this afternoon. Chris, thank you to you and your staff, your family. I can't tell you how refreshing it is to wake up and break the algorithm and open up Facebook and see great news. And that's what it's been all about. It brings a smile to my face every day, how you've taken a platform from Valparaiso Life to pretty much every community life, and now GreatNewsLife as well. So thank you for that. I'd like to thank my family, my staff. I'd like to thank our administrators who were able to make it today. Most importantly, the young men who have trusted me and their families, as well as the community of Valparaiso. It's been my home since I was a freshman at Valparaiso University. 190 pounds playing defensive end for them as a freshman. So that was many pounds and years ago. Not many people know this about me, but I do have a tattoo. I got it when I was 38 because my father told me if I ever got one under his house, I'd be out of the house. But that tattoo covers the vast majority of my left arm. I don't flaunt it anymore, being 43. It probably doesn't look as good as it used to, but it is 4 elements and principles that I've kind of lived by, and I try to instill that in our program, and that is faith, family, freedom, and football. The last one, football, to me, athletics, I guess I would say in general, is life. And I think Chris mentioned this as well. Hard work, teamwork, work ethic, you know, all the highs and lows, the adversity, everything that you have to battle, you face in athletics, which then carries you to being a young man or a young woman in our society. I use threes with my team a lot. A lot of that is because of their attention span. So most can count to 3. We're lucky about that. But if you go any more than 3, they have a hard time staying in tune with what you want. The first message I have is for parents. I've had the blessing of having a lot of great parents and a lot of great support on our teams. But here's something I think that goes a very long way, especially if you're a grandparent or a parent of an athlete or a soon-to-be athlete, is that there's 8 million high school athletes across the United States of America, and only 7% of them are going to go on and play for 4 more years in college. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Let them enjoy it. Let them experience all the feels of setbacks, of the highs and lows that come with athletics, because only 560,000 kids are going to go play at the NCAA level in all sports. So make it about them, make it about those kids, make it about their experiences, because in turn it's going to go ahead and help shape and mold their lives. Number 2, and I'm guilty of this, and it's hard not to be as a Bears fan, but being critical of coaches. All right, I don't know how many of you know who Chris Fowler is. Chris Fowler is one of the spokespersons for College Game Day. But he did, I think he was at a hotel sitting on the deck, but he did a great speech that was on social media about criticism of coaches. Please understand, coaches expect the criticism. They expect it, we expect it, and I honor and I recognize all of those coaches that I'm blessed to coach with, regardless of sport. We expect that criticism because we know that we have a profession where we are helping kids and young men and women learn, grow, and improve. Coaching for us is a calling within a profession. And lastly, Mike Krzyzewski, the Hall of Fame coach from the Duke Blue Devils, as well as Team USA basketball. Just great ideas that come from him, obviously, but I'd like to end with this. I lead and I teach. And if we happen to win some games, that's great too. We had our call-out meeting with our team, already moving into the 2026 season yesterday, and I ended it with this, especially coming off of a 2-8 season. It was rough, but it was a 2-8 season, but we learned more about ourselves. And I ended with Isaiah 43:18. Forget the former things and do not dwell on the past. Thank you very much for everything.